Alright. It's gonna take a minute while I make sure everything is functional. And then I have a lot to talk about. Okay, come on. Come on. Work with me, YouTube. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so I did 2 paralogs, and I'm gonna give a quick summary of what happened. What's a little bit interesting about them. They were the lowest level ones on the list. Did some more supports. Ran around the town and did, I think I found every person's lost item and stuff. And a lot of people were really distressed about that burned out city, so I passed around some gifts and stuff, since I had all these flowers and other garbage that kept filling my inventory. I was like, here you go. Everything will be alright. Have a daffodil. So anyway, okay. God, where to begin? I figured out fishing, I think, pretty thoroughly. So the yellow fish that give you money were stupidly rare. In fact, the different baits seem to have different rates of different kinds of fish. I think the earthworms did. I had like 40 of them. They didn't even give me one yellow fish. Whereas I think it was the snails gave me a lot of yellow fish, but they usually were like silver fish, so you know, kind of low end. But every time I caught something, I'd get 2, sometimes 4 fish every time. And I realized, when I realized how rare the yellowfish were, I was thinking maybe I should wait for a different event. But then I realized the XP I was getting was being multiplied by the number of fish. The dark blue ones, I think they were 10 XP apiece. The red ones were 30 XP apiece, and everything else was 20. So you wanted to hook you just wanted to hook all the red fish you could. That was pretty much my goal. I eventually came to the conclusion, because there's the risk of getting the 10 XP fish, that I'd be willing to hook something light blue, or I'd take yellow every time, but the light blue ones I'd be willing to pull on the second pull. But, you know, I really wanted the red ones. Anyway, I gained a professor level. So many fish. I spent, I don't know how long fishing. I just listened to Darkest Dungeon mods. People just talking about different mods, characters and things on his YouTube videos while doing the never-ending fishing. But once that was done, things moved along. So I mentioned I did 2 paralogs. The first one was the lowest level one, which turned out to actually be a lot harder than I expected. I think it's largely because I had chosen to fight it in a corner. It seemed like the right decision. That I could fight the enemies. It just seemed like the right decision, but what I didn't count on was unexpected reinforcements literally dumped on top of me twice. Yeah, while you're already fighting like 3 big monster birds with barriers and multiple layers of hit points, and then suddenly more enemies are dumped on top of you. It was hard. And that thing, the last one, was really, really durable and did area effect poison, because I didn't bring it down as quickly as I thought I could. I'd used up most of my gambits on the earlier ones. I think I missed one item in that. I could have stunned and gotten an item from one more bird than I did. Unfortunately. It's a good thing I have so many archers. I have 3 archers, and most of the enemies were birds. That, even so, it was tough. The other paralog was one of the nobles from one of the other houses. Ingrid had a marriage proposal from somebody who's a crime lord or something. I don't know. Supposedly our characters investigated. I don't know what they investigated because they didn't say. But they ended up in a volcano fighting bandits. So, okay. There was an endless stream of new enemies being summoned and sent at me. and they were so pathetic that they could just be one-shotted effortlessly by Catherine, and they gave like no XP because they're so low level compared to me. I'm like level 22 and they're like level 13. I'm not even kidding how ridiculously lopsided it was. So I just had Catherine, I gave her the rusty axe so she wouldn't one-shot them anymore, and she would just stand there greeting the endless flow while the rest of my party wandered around the map. She had 4 people hitting her at times, and they're all just doing no damage. It was so stupid. I think she gained an axe level off of it. I don't know if anybody else really gained anything on that mission. It was sad. So I got some cool shit to show though. So okay. First, before we go over the items I got. I did the certifications. I should have waited. I was late. I wanted to go to sleep, and I just slammed all the certifications I could. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 check marks. 5 people did their certifications. Not all of them were 100%, but, well, everyone succeeded, so, I mean, I don't know what to say. So, Marianne is now a bishop. She can't do the paladin test on the same day, but you can see she's got 100% on the paladin as well, so she'll be doing that next. I think everyone except for Claude gained stat points when they class changed. So okay, bishop. This is the only one he qualified for right now. And he gained like 6 stat points. But the weird thing was that it was like speed. Like you'd think it would be resistance, but no, he gained like 4 speed off of that level, which is weird. I don't know, I think it's weird. Yeah. So anyway, we've got 3 bishops right now, but I'll turn Marianne into a paladin, you know, at the next opportunity. Hey, you can never have too much healing magic. Healing magic is good. Okay, now I want to talk about the items real quick. Oh, really? That would have been smart. They should have done that on this difficulty. Alright. I got a knowledge gem. This beautiful little thing here. No, get into the items. There you go. This little beautiful thing increases the amount of skill experience. So, well, that's pretty self-explanatory, I think. But it's awesome. Okay, this thing. This is what I got from the last mission. The one with the merchants. I didn't get a... anyway. It heals you every turn and gives you +4 luck, and that's just awesome. I got something else. I got a healing stick, so Marianne's healing will hit harder. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know how much harder. And I got a prayer ring, which is another heal you every turn thing. I'm not 100% sure if it's better than the silver shield I had equipped on her before, but we'll try it. Yeah, well, I've been focused on the professor level so much that I haven't done a lot of training with his skills. I can show what he's got here. You can see his faith and his authority were my focuses, and they've both gotten up to B. Because those are what I focused on him. And professor level, which is A. I'd like to get him at least to level 1 flying, because it's time to start teaching a few people flying maybe, and that would make it easier, but I'm not really going to focus on that. I'd like to get him some heavy armor and axe if possible, but you know, that's also kind of a dream right now. I think I will focus on swords next. Actually focus on it. I'll probably be doing a lot of faculty training from here on. I'm sure that there's more good stuff to get his professor level up higher, but what I've noticed is the things that give me professor XP are giving me... When I teach a class, which we do almost every week, I get a lot of professor XP at this point. I seem to get more the further I get into the game, whereas things like sharing food are becoming less and less relevant. So I no longer need to I no longer feel it's worth it to spend time points trying to pump my professor level. So I think I can spend those on faculty training. And there's like 3 trainers for swords, so I can skyrocket that skill pretty quickly, I think. Hey there. Well, yeah, it's a turn-based strategy RPG in the style of Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's a CRPG. It's... how do I explain this? So, Western RPGs are, you know, like your Ultimas, your Wizardries, your Baldur's Gates, Gothic. Going straight from Gothic to this game is weird, because everyone's so nice to me, and I'm like, what are they plotting? What are their ulterior motives? I haven't beaten them yet. Anyway, so, traditional tactics games look more like, armies. Giant armies fighting each other, like Band of Kings of Ancient China, or, Civilization, that kind of thing. Whereas strategy RPGs, I usually see them called CRPGs. I'm not sure what the C stands for. Those are like this, like Cardia, like Final Fantasy Tactics. They're kind of a mix where they took elements from the old army-based strategy games and mixed them with a JRPG into kind of a hybrid. I like them a lot. Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my all-time favorites. And Cardia, the World of Fate, is pretty freaking awesome, too. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the supports, because I have a lot of them flagged, and then they won't actually go now. So, I don't know what's up with that. Oh, shit, that one worked. Okay, well, we'll watch one support real quick.
I do.
I can't even imagine these two interacting. Whoops.
Yes. We never did get to test that theory, since I haven't found any sun-bringing folks.
Joking aside, each crest is unique in how it impacts the bearer's life.
Last time they were doing laundry.
I've seen more than my share of crest bearers, after all. Some of them bore crests of Karen like us. I'm not a crest. I have a knack. Forgive me.
Actually, I don't care. I do not even care about this interaction.
Like we both. Good.
I'm sorry. It's just, nah. They're just gonna talk about crests for the entire time, I can tell. Alright, we're gonna do 2 battles today. And then more. Mechanus, yeah, I need to play that. No, this game will not be on Steam. Fire Emblem, this is on the Switch. I don't think any Fire Emblems got on Steam. Alright, so we have some different options. 2 of them are level 17. Nico, you told me to do one of them. Let me see. I've got Ash and Catherine. I've got Lorenz. I've got Ignatz and Wrath. I've got the guy and his sister. And I've got Alois? I think his name is Alois, and that's Shamir. I think that's his name. Anyway, we got a whole set of choices. 2 of them are level 17, which might be okay. If we do the level 13 one, it'll just be a speed bump. I mean, we'll just... 2 level 13s. We'd just be like... it'd be over. Lorenz? Oh, that's one of the easy ones. Alright. Land of the Golden Deer. It sounds like a unique one for this, Alright. Yeah.
Ah.
Lorenz is okay.
Oh, these tea leaves are just divine.
But
Quite
he's
the
already
impressive
ended
selection,
up
if I
being
do say so
permanently
myself.
shifted to adjutant.
Lawrence, so this is where you are.
Hello, Cyril. Lured here by the exquisite aroma, were you?
I can't even imagine this
I've
kid
got a thing
drinking
for
tea.
you. It's a letter.
He doesn't seem like the tea type.
Alright, well, don't say I didn't deliver it.
A
He
letter
seems
for
like the
me, is
kind
it?
who'd either be
Curious.
drinking coffee, which
Let's
he's a
see what
little
we
young
have here.
for still. No, he seems like the kind who's going to grow up and drink lots of beer.
Alas, Professor, nothing so whimsical as that. This correspondence comes from my father. Some difficulty with Acheron, apparently. My father wishes me to return home and settle it.
Okay.
A young lord whose domain borders my father's. Do you know of the Great Bridge of Myrden? It is an old bridge across the Aramid River, a key crossing
Really?
between Alliance
Is
and
his
Empire
Paralog
territory.
quest that good?
Acheron controls
Well, we'll
the land
see
on
in a
the northern
moment.
side. Controlling such an essential location gives him quite a bit of clout, which he is ever so eager to deploy toward the purpose of stirring up trouble. This time, he is dredging up an old border dispute that was supposed to be settled some time ago. He has even begun to dispatch military force. It is best we rout his troops before they cause any damage
Ooh,
to
do
the
we get to
surrounding
fight an
villages.
army? Cool!
To my father, Acheron is insignificant.
Lawrence is
in
the
the
only
face of
person
far
I
more
have that
pressing
could
political
qualify
matters.
for using a
Other
dark
houses wield far greater power and influence.
thingamajig right
Goneril,
now.
Cordelia, Edmund, and of course Regan. To make his voice heard at the
I've
round
actually
table
been considering
conferences,
it.
my father must keep up relations with them. That is simply the way the Leicester It was, after all, founded with the goal of freedom from Fargus. We prize that independence highly. There is often talk of mutual aid, but the truth is that each noble acts to maximize. At the moment, the Regan dukedom is in no state to keep those conflicting motivations in check. So while the Alliance may appear to be at peace, the reality is that internal conflict is a
As
routine
one
matter.
would expect.
Of course, this leaves me precious little time to sit back and enjoy a cup of tea. Alas,
Yeah.
I must be off.
Yeah, it actually makes for far more interesting stories, in my opinion, when you have this kind of setup. Anytime there's an external threat, like an enemy army invades, they all pool their resources and fight it together, but it'll be messy because each house will have its own generals, and they won't coordinate properly. And then there's all the backstabbing and jockeying. Even when times are desperate, they'll still be conniving against each other. And it just makes a much more interesting setting for a story than the usual, yep, this is a kingdom, that's the king, he's in charge, and everybody does what he says. I mean, you'll still get nobility and infighting even then, but yeah, the alliance that they've got going on here, that's a much more interesting setting for stories.
Since you're here,
A Dark
perhaps
Knight.
you would care to
I'm
accompany
thinking
me on
Dark
this
Knight,
little
but it's
errand?
not an option yet. I think I'd have to spend time as a Dark Mage to build him up towards it. I am considering it. Because nobody else I have qualifies for that, really. For that route. Leone can't become a Dark Knight. Both of my mages, Marianne... Wait, actually, no, Marianne's not a mage. She's going to be a paladin. I'm sorry. Dorothea and, oh, God, the name. Lysynthia? Anyway, they can't become dark mages. And I'm just looking at these seals, and I'm like, I can't use these or anything. Lorenz is literally the only option I have. So I've been thinking about it.
I have no fear of Acheron, but it could be valuable for you to experience these political nuances firsthand. The fate of the Alliance will someday rest upon my shoulders, so it is important to me that those I deal with understand
I must
its
be.
workings.
I swear I'm the only person on Earth who didn't watch Game of Thrones.
What say you to broadening your horizons? Excellent. Let us be away at once.
All right, let's go. Unfortunately, I don't think I can stretch myself into logic as well. My goals with him, I've already talked about it, but I'm thinking Fortress Knight and Swordsman. Although I do quite like him as a bishop. Seriously, +4 speed for a bishop. I thought I was going to get resistance, not speed. Let's have a peek. So I'll have to be using Lorenz. Oh my gosh, they're level 14. There's a lot of them, though. Hello. I actually get to fight Lord Acheron? He's a mage, and he has a lot of abilities. What is all this? Poisonous fire. Oh, I hate this ability. There were some wolves with it. It's the worst. Oh my gosh, this is a lot. That wouldn't matter if their stats mattered. Oh hey look, Satan's sword. Cool. Oh, that guy's got an advanced seal, does he? Anyway, I should watch out for Satan's sword. Okay. So we've just class changed a few people, so we should be really kicking ass here. Am I missing someone? I feel like I'm missing someone. Who are you adjutant to? Dorothea? Seems like a bit of a waste for a healer to be attached to her. Wouldn't it make more sense to stick yourself to Raph? Alright, I guess we'll go with this. Well, Lorenz, this is your chance to level up. Yeah, I actually thought I was reading a lot of fantasy novels at one point, and so I heard about Song of Ice and Fire and decided I wasn't interested, just from the descriptions of it. And then they make it into a TV show, and everyone I know tells me all the reasons I have to watch it, and I'm like, no, it just doesn't sound like something I'd be into, thanks.
And here I thought Count Gloucester would be too busy to send his soldiers here. Ah, well, it doesn't matter. I'll just have to deal with you little meddlers swiftly and decisively.
We're students in a school learning how to fight. You've got an army of professional soldiers? Battle-hardened veterans? And they're pathetically low level compared to us.
Deal with him. That ought to scare the rest of these rats off. We need not actually kill him. So long as we cut his escape off convincingly enough, that should suffice.
Cut his escape off? You mean beat the shit out of him? They're trying to seize territory?
Incidentally, take note of those drawbridges. They can only be operated from one of the banks. We may be able to use that to our advantage.
Ready and willing.
Somebody needs to sit here on this so that no weird accidents happen. I don't feel a need to control the bridges in this case. These enemies are so low leveled.
Let's get to it.
That's a fly. That's the greatest danger to you. Yeah, that's the only thing that could really... Go for it.
will, Master.
Game lets you
I'll
be
crush them
so
all.
much more mobile with your cavalry and have such good
To work.
Alright.
Another one down.
A lot of people have already mastered their
Stay
classes.
focused.
Ah, here we go. Oh. Alright, you know what? Here.
So nice of you.
I want to see his newfound power actually hitting something with his magic.
Who, me?
Alright. So the rally skills, are they locked to the individual characters?
I stand ready.
Like, is Raph
You're
the only
outclassed.
person who gets, am I not able to give anybody I want rally strength? Is it locked specifically to, this guy over here?
I got this. Well done.
That's my cue.
Oh, can't do that.
Leave it to me.
Oh, I can warp twice now. Cool. Pretty good. I better not. I'm tempted to just fling him out there to cause some havoc. But I better not. Better just get ourselves positioned here. Let's see what happens. There are no chests in this combat. So, I should get Lorenz a bunch of levels here while he's out.
Should I have held back?
I doubt they'll be getting reinforcements. So this should be... Bird will come for you. Sometimes these purple items are worth it, and sometimes they're garbage. Okay, let's see.
Another one down.
She's about to lance up. I'm happy with you where you are. You really have to learn more spells. Come on. You've got so much faith and so few spells. Oh, well that's nice. Ah,
I feel stronger.
but you didn't get strength. I literally made you a brigand so you could buff your strength so your archery would be better, and that's what you failed to gain. Ah, Cyril. You have aptitude, and yet you're not using it. Let's try my new spell. Aura! Wow, looks pretty impressive. Bet that would be highly effective against the undead. Swat that, would you? Oh, hey, a chest key. Cool. Let's fire on that guy. Ah! Character specific, yeah. Yeah. Yep, it's in the same genre. Although Fire Emblem's actually before even the ogre battles. Much less tactics. Let me see. Guess I'm just gonna peg the visions. If I can reduce them to melee units, I can control the battle much better. I want to screw around with rusty axes, but now's not the moment.
All for Lady Rhea.
A grand display.
You can safely stand here. Perfect.
Did the trick.
You're probably locked out of using your black magic, though.
Strength in action.
Fire Emblem really likes the mechanic of having a throne you defend.
They said.
They like to build maps around that.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
It's a shame I don't get to design the fortress and lay out all of the, everything. Ooh, wow, that hit way harder than I expected. Whoa.
Not.
Okay.
It all comes down to this.
Oh, shit. Yeah, don't do that to me. Yeah, see, I was worried they'd just fly over the walls. That's why I left someone on that tile. And one of my strongest. It's no mistake I put him here. Specifically to be anti-air.
It was a good try.
And they may reveal some terrible ability I've never seen before, too, like a teleportation effect or something. I mean, I have seen teleportation effects, but, you know. That's the first thing that comes to mind, because I have seen it.
Sleep in the dirt.
There you go.
Won that.
Well, it has at least 3, if you count, that I've seen, if you count silence. Surely he can learn one of them.
Winning's always nice.
Okay, let's see. Definitely need your level.
Let's try.
Oh, good, she can still use dark magic. Cool! Okay. Because she does need to work on that. Surprising that the bishop class can use dark magic.
I just worked harder.
Like, why is there a separate bishop and mage class? If they do the same thing. Oh, I know, the Wizard gets to have twice as much white magic and heals harder. I know, I'm just saying. Okay, we might have a small problem here. Yeah, a small mistake. Crap. How hard will this thing hit on her? Gotta get those things in the corner still. Here you go.
Yeah, sorry.
I still get good XP off of healing. Surprise! And I get good XP for silencing things for some reason.
Let us be cautious.
Okay, right, he hasn't gone yet. 94%. Maybe you just throw a spear at this guy. Take no chances. There you go.
Naturally. Nobles must be strong.
That was terrible. Who did I... Oh, okay. I thought that was the last person.
Ooh, have you found something nice? Go ahead and
What?
hand it over.
Oh.
Thieves, do not allow them to escape.
Oh, okay. Crap. Okay. Well, that's different. One guy over there. Well, alright then. She can survive quite well on her own. There. Something still wants to hit her. Times 4. Surely one of those 4 blows will be a hit. How many times can you dodge?
Is that all?
Oh! Got him.
Fighting is what I do.
Done. Shame we had to chew up the Thunder Blade over it. Alright, how do I get at that guy? He has got way too many things in my way. She can tank a blow.
Appreciated.
Well, Lance is really the most fragile of my team. Alright.
So nice of you.
I want to keep a force here at the castle while we're doing that.
I stand ready.
Yeah. Do that. Javelins are nice. I like javelins and hand axes a lot. Okay.
Gotta use your head sometimes.
It's amazing how often their rallies miss. I mean, my gambits miss too. So, I mean, oh, he just walked towards my castle. What? I mean, he has a scary ass sword, but really? Okay, well that That simplifies matters a little.
All for Lady Rhea.
The enemy is on the move. Do not let them through.
That would leave a lancer and an axe. We might be able to take that. 90%? Yeah, I'll take that.
You were outmatched.
Can't hold me back.
Okay, she's in a bush, 2 opponents. Alright. Let's start with you.
Should have trained better.
And for some reason, this is a sword that we can take. What? What was that? Oh. They made the pink tiles disappear, I get it. Okay, no, that's fine. Oh, wow, that does nothing to this thing. Yeah, Pegasi tend to be resistant in a lot of games. Not just this one. I just like pegging them with javelins so they can't fight back. No, it's fine. Just sit there. That guy's apparently willing to just sit there and let me peg him with javelins as well. In a bush now.
Are we done?
Okay. There's still a lot of enemies. Too worried about this side of the board. I'm more concerned about the other side where I overextended myself to get that seal. Well, if they're gonna melee her, then they're screwed.
Fighting
I was
is what
worried
I
they'd
do.
be hitting the other one. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't have meleeed her. There was no way that wasn't going to end badly.
As expected.
Another one.
That's the golden deer for you.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna keep coming, I mean, I'm just gonna leave her standing her ground. Silence this archer.
Won that.
this were on level with me, this would be a very intense battle. Ah, excellent.
I will.
Oh, I didn't learn a new skill though.
Another one down.
See, at this point, the Lord should be calling a retreat. He should be screaming, fall back.
Can't compete with me.
I mean, unless these mercenaries are like really dirt cheap. Unless by them all dying he doesn't have to pay them. But then mercenaries would be calling fall back, that's it, we quit. Okay, those healing rings are kinda cool. I like them. Well, I can play with this guy a little. Oops. Since I'm gonna heal you anyway. Take 10 points off of each heal. I think they should have put a minimum damage of 1. Always at least 1 damage from every attack that hits. A couple more waves they can sling at me. Oh well.
Are we done?
That was amazing.
And now you've got tetanus.
That helps.
But you're also dead. I want that. Someone's gonna have to go around this way. I think she can just kind of cut everything down on her side. Oh, let's see.
No hesitation.
Should I have held back?
I'd better keep up.
I like the healing things. They're amazing. Perhaps a little too good, even. You had an entire party of nothing but cavalry.
A trivial victory.
Each person could ride in, attack, and pull back, and you could get your entire army
Fun
into
to
the
watch.
cavalry charge. Oh, that's not gonna work. I hit too hard.
Plenty more where that came from.
Well, so much for that. Time to move to the other side of the castle. Can I operate these drawbridges myself? I don't know how to interact with them. Apparently neither is he, because he never used them either. Does cool. Okay, I can get him to that tile. Yeah, I found a steel lance. That's good. Actually, I want you to get that. If I can get you level 20, you have the option of class changing.
I shouldn't strain myself.
No.
Apologies.
This sword out.
All for Lady Rhea.
So much for him.
I won't go down so easily.
She's not gonna make it. Oh yeah, she's a dancer, or has the option to be a dancer now. I need to check that out still. Cavalry's come. Boy, that bridge moves slowly. Okay. I don't think you really want to get pummeled by spells. That's why we have our spellcasters. Remaining turns 3. They never mentioned that turn limit, by the way. It's just kind of there. So, first let's take you out.
Fighting is what I do.
She'll have to eat a sword.
I just worked harder.
That's my cue.
Who are you? I'd appreciate it if you could just not get in my way.
Is that all?
Oop.
This is what I do.
What absurd overconfidence you must have. She's behind you! Surprise! Ooh. I could do this 5 times. Oh, shit, we got it. I should have gone with the heal.
I wonder how much.
Magic is good. the XP. This guy might actually have a little. Ooh, that poison.
Now that's a stubborn defense.
No!
So,
No, go back. Undo. Shit, right. Turn limit. No, go back. I want to time travel.
you have my thanks, Professor. Please go
Shit.
on ahead.
I forgot about it. No, I could have taken him out. Time travel. It doesn't work. Shit, I missed something. Oh, I forgot about the turn limit. Oh, I could have just taken him down right there, but I was like, no, I want Leone to get the XP. Oh, crap. Glowcaster Knights? Ah, shit. Shit. Urgh. I want to load back and replay the entire freaking fight just to do that. No. Frustrating.
Your assistance in this incident with Acheron has proved most essential. Thanks to you, the Alliance was able to nip this internal conflict in the bud. He has written a pledge to my father, swearing never to cause trouble about the border again. Of course, he is hardly the type to bind himself in good faith to anything written on paper. But Acheron has many connections, both in the Alliance and in the Empire. To remove him entirely would cause more conflict. We will just have to watch him closely for now. Indeed. I do plan to eliminate him eventually, however. He is nothing but trouble. Incidentally, there was one other benefit to embarking upon this errand. Have a look at this. The magic staff Thyrsus. A relic passed down through House Gloucester for generations.
Thanks for the prehistoric evil stick.
It seems my father has finally recognized my ability. Apparently, he had been considering entrusting this relic to me for some time. He has had precious few opportunities to take to the field of battle personally of late. Doubtless, by giving this to me, he intends to send the message that I must work even harder. I will certainly continue to do my utmost, but I am by no means completely subservient to his will. I would not go so far as that, but my father seldom thinks beyond the immediate benefit of our house. While that is important, I prefer to consider the greater good when I make decisions. I believe that is a noble's duty. Now, for the time being, may I trust you to decide how we may best make use of Thyrsus? For the moment, I think you are in the best position to apply it to the betterment of all Fodlan. To be quite honest, I'm not certain I feel ready to decide the fate of a relic on my own just yet. Do me this favor, Professor, and I will be grateful. Now, to celebrate, allow me to treat you to tea.
Alright. Oh. Wait, may have damage. Huh. If it had been a damage boost, but because she already tends to one-shot everything that she hits. This is a +2 range. That's a whole different animal, but it may have the amount of damage you do. Does it apply to white magic as well as black? I wonder. I do like her having that added range. You've got the heal stick. Still considering turning you into a dark mage. Oh yeah, I need to mess with your classes. So you have a new class option somewhere. Unique? Dancer! Swords and rally. Oh, this class also wields magic. Oh, there we go. Dance. Yeah, it's like, oh, what's her name? Crap, I can't remember her name. Yeah, but that's exactly like that. Okay. Stats are pretty good on it. Not as good as some of the more advanced classes, but if I master it, I wonder if I can keep the dance ability and move on to other things. Did you master this yet? Yes, she did. She's already a master of her current class.
A balance of brawn and beauty.
Alright. That's pretty good. You can still be my second mage, but yeah. Actually, I need to sort through abilities. Some of you have learned very interesting things. Personally, I consider the plus 20 to hit to be the best ability still that I've found. It's so good. It makes me want to make everyone an archer. Okay, what is desperation? I got 2 people with this. Ah. It's kind of a vantage ability. Huh. It's pretty good. I'm gonna swap that out. Want 4 decks. Let's see. She's got Fiendish Blow. Okay. Sword Breaker. Sword of Void plus 20% and Fiendish Blow. I do like having these rally abilities, but I wonder if I wouldn't be better off with that sword dodge. Probably would. Why is Dorothea a master dancer? Because I picked her last time to be my dancer. She seemed the natural choice. She was already a performer, and she won the contest easily, so yeah, it seemed good. I didn't realize I was going to unlock a new class. So, let's see. Alright, what do we want to do? We've got 2 level 17s. Ash, he's an archer. We could seek retribution on somebody. Or we could fight extremists. Boy, we're fighting churches either way, I see. Setith. I've never actually seen him in battle. He is recruitable. Yeah, there was Azura in the previous game. She was one of the main characters. She could do that. I actually turned her in my playthrough into a completely different class that didn't have that ability though. But it's a good ability. And the fact that Dorothea can continue being an attack mage as well as have that option seems really good. I'm hoping if I master Dancer, I can carry that skill to other classes. That would be good. That would be really good.
There you are. I have a request for you. It has to do with that plot to assassinate Lady Rhea. The bishop leading the Western Church was somehow involved. Enough is enough. So now the Knights of Seros have been tasked with putting the bishop down. I thought you and your students could come with us. Because you wield the sword
Okay,
of the
but why
Creator.
the students?
Lady Rhea is going to personally execute the bishop. I have been appointed
She's gonna
as her guard.
personally do an execution? Oh, okay. Is that an
I want your
archbishop's
help
duties?
protecting her. So, what do you say? Will you come?
Excuse me. I'd like to come along.
Ash, you were listening
Isn't he somehow related to the Archbishop of the Western Church or whatever? Bishop?
It's not up to you whether you can come along.
Please, this is important to me.
Your adoptive father, Lord Lonato, had connections to the Western Church. I understand, but our objective is to punish, not to investigate.
I won't get in the way. I promise.
Would keep in mind, we would be bringing the whole class.
Let's go.
Thank you. So,
Okay, I guess.
So, I need to get Dorothea
Thank you
and
so much.
Leone to
I
gain
have
levels in
gratitude.
this fight.
I am grateful.
Linhart, that's that sleepy guy who likes experimenting. Okay. You know, let's put Cyril back in. Let's- There we go, that makes sense, I think. Okay, so I do believe we're good to go. Any surprise? Oh, it's a fog map! Ugh! Let's get that checked. Okay then. We have one more thing to do. Torches! I've never used them, so I don't know how they work exactly, but I wish I could give him one. Try to give everyone chest keys. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people. No, wait. I only have one? Oh, shit. I never bought a second. Hold on, wait a second. Wait a second. I can fix that.
Welcome. Is that the one?
Do
Thanks
you have
a
to send it to the
bunch.
convoy? I
Come
just
back.
want it in his hands. Come on. Come on. Help me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give it to Leone. She's faster. She'll probably be in front. Just means we'll have less healing items on hand.
There she is. A sneaky little witch, trying to pass herself off
You're not
as
a
the
bishop.
goddess's
You're a
envoy.
plague doctor.
Archbishop Rhea, I'll bring judgment upon you in the goddess's stead.
You're using the fog as cover to ambush us. What a cheap ploy.
No, that's basic tactics.
It won't do any good to get annoyed, Catherine. That voice. We are up against a faction of bishops.
They've shown themselves at least, so we won't have to go to the trouble of finding them. All right, you got a death wish? Come at me! You really want to fight against Thunder, Catherine? Please, Professor, don't let Lady Rhea get hurt. Our mission isn't just to wipe out all the enemies, but also to protect Lady Rhea.
Protect Rhea for 10 turns. I think I do. Oh wow, you got a spell called Angel's Arrow. What the? She's good at fist fighting? You're only only level 10, and yet somehow you're way more skilled than me. Look at this stuff. Sacred power. Ooh. I would like that. Wow. I wonder if this is what I get for reaching max level, or I guess A rank on the rally skill. The most powerful form of black magic. Okay. Oh, that's a really good shield. Holy crap, can I steal that? I still have steel! Alright.
Stay focused.
Okay, that's a start. Oh, that guy's got a torch.
Let's get to it.
I'm afraid to move too far. These are the most highly effective torches ever made. Oh, look at that. I can clean out this corner.
That's my cue.
Guess she doesn't need her rally skill anymore.
Did the trick.
And somehow that gave us an extra... Oh wow, that's a ton of XP. Hi. Bonk. Bonk. Okay, that's our target there. A steel shield. They can't all hit you.
I'll give it my all.
I don't know much about you. You're a C rank archer and that's it. Wow, you're awful. Okay. Defense of 9.
I got this.
Just draw some of the fire away.
Ready and willing.
Yeah, just draw some of the fire away from her. So she's still got 2 cavalry. Depending on the order that they move in, maybe only 1. Oh, I can't control her. Of course not. Why would I control her?
I'll crush them all.
Sweet.
Ready when you are.
Leave it to me.
Whoop. This is the sign number 1 black magic
I just
spell.
worked harder.
It's supposed to kill horses, but that's not what I use it for.
To work. Are we done?
That
I'll
was
grow as
good.
strong as
Only they could all be that good. She has no ability to make ranged attacks. You're not gonna get in reach. However, could teleport her somewhere. Sure.
I'm good now.
Just stand guard over her. Alright, let's see how badly we've screwed things up. Oh, hi! Cartwheel! Fire can't catch you if you do a cartwheel.
Sleep in the dirt.
Nice.
I'm getting it.
No skill attached to that one, but... Point blank into your plate. Good. Really is awesome. Now you've made a big mistake now.
Won that.
Don't try to get into a fight with that guy. It doesn't work.
Making my muscles proud.
Okay, let's see. So,
I'm not hurt too bad. Thank you.
hello. A secret book. I will have that book. And I will cut down any who try to keep it from me. This fog is just the worst. Where's that enemy? Doggone it. You can't attack because you had the arrow to take this thing out. I hate the fog.
Fighting is what I do.
That was really good
I can
XP.
always depend on you.
Of course you want to hit her. Shame her magic doesn't cut through the fog.
That's the golden deer for you. Thanks for that. It was a good try. Progress.
And another.
Plenty more where that came from.
How hard did I hit this guy? Not hard enough.
I'll celebrate later. Can't get comfortable.
Well, you got the fence, so that's nice, I guess. Just wait there. She has a torch. Ooh. Oh, shit. Master of
is that?
Wow.
I have
Ready when you are.
He's gonna attack you? Perfect! I was gonna do a whole archery thing, which I guess if he's just gonna hit you, I'll just let you sit there and do your thing. So they can have more flyers out over the water. Oh crap, he can't pick that up? That's stupid. Interesting. Yes. You're gonna be for defeating that guy in the corner. Catch those three that are inbound. Oh, you don't have a healing item because you're carrying a torch. Whoops. That's okay, we need your vision on that thing. There's so many of them. We are gaining skill levels and stuff constantly, though. To stop the reinforcements, you'll have to what? Oops, didn't quite catch that.
That worked out.
The torch ran out. I accept. Oh, I hope I don't pay for this.
Silenced.
Secret book! Nice. Okay, we'll have to get back into the heals. Oh, I don't see those three mages.
So nice of you.
That torch running out really. There. Armor guns. I need my mages. She can cut through them.
All for Lady Rhea.
There's nothing her blades can't cut.
The better.
Ooh.
I'm actually
As I expected.
Yes.
You underestimated me.
It's a trio of mages and your resistance is not good enough. Oh, shit. the fog.
Apostates will suffer the...
That's my cue.
I got this.
Fog with enemies that can bring you down in one hit.
Apostates will suffer the punishment.
Oh, doggone it!
Damn, I'm letting the cap. Let's get to it.
I'll give it my all.
I'll crush them all. Can't hold me back.
Amazing.
Leave it to me. This is what I do.
That's my cue.
I got this.
Alright. Okay, this disappears. You get bombarded with fire. Six turns left. Still got multiple corners to explore.
Who, me?
Be silent.
Apostates will suffer the...
Fine.
Ready and willing.
Six turns remain.
Apostates.
I silenced you.
You are the apostates.
You shouldn't be able to talk. Crush. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's not good.
Stay focused.
Think this through.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, I never gave you a silver bow. Okay. Got your number. I don't know how many more are behind you.
Fighting is what I do.
Can you take that hit? Those things hit hard. I sure hope there's not another one.
Is that all? All for Lady Rhea.
Dodge! Yes. Reinforcements. I see a staircase there. A little bit of healing from that ring. Alright, let me see. There's a lot going on here.
I don't have time for this! Of course I won.
You're really going for it.
He doesn't have anything.
To work.
Alright. We'll take that one down. I guess we need to get to that top right-hand corner now.
Sorry.
You are such a badass, super awesome tank of destruction.
Sorry. Don't know my own
That
strength.
might be my best character. I'm not sure. There's some stiff competition, but he's ridiculous.
I'm still not.
Okay. Corner's gonna be the last corner. Hmm. 20.
I want to be all I can.
They're trying to double up on him. attack. Cool. That's bad. He's being doubled. I swear the forests give more dodge than it sounds like they do. Game's like, oh yeah, the forest, that's just 30%. See, there's quite a bit better than that. Here's the target. The assassin once again.
Another threat down.
Her prey.
It seems that taking out the priest has stopped the reinforcements coming over here. We should be able to stop the reinforcements coming from the other side by taking care of the other priest.
We're working on it. It's a work in progress.
You were outmatched.
Yes, that one. Magic missile!
Winning's always nice. They said. I'll manage. I guess it worked out.
Alright, now I'm confident on this side. So ridiculous.
Can't hold me back.
He's almost worn out his training axe.
Hey, thanks.
It's your call.
I'll never back down.
Okay, everyone can just gather up when you get back to this side. moving on. Only 3 turns remaining. 2 turns. Shit. Alright.
Let's get to it.
Got you healed up. Two turns. I don't see how I can do this.
I'm grateful.
More strength on her. All right. Oh, there's one up there. Might fling him forward. Between warp and dance, we actually have a lot of mobility. A lot of mobility fixes here. You don't have a warp left, do you?
I'll manage. Let's get to it.
Reveal. That's the priest. Oh, come on! Fuck. I hate the fog. It's the worst thing. Okay. Alright.
I got this.
Yes. 4 punches. You don't even need them all.
Plenty more where that came from.
They will not be able to send any more troops now.
Good work, Lady Rhea.
Okay. Good work, Lady Rhea.
That's
what did
my
Lady
cue.
Rhea do? Nothing, that's what.
I'll crush them all. Can't hold me back.
Alright. I think they'll get to keep
The
one
better-
Pegasus. Wow, that was 2 pathetic levels. I want to dance her forward to kill another, but Dorothea goes down in 1 hit.
Ready and willing.
I'll give it my all.
Oh, me?
Yeah, the dancing is pretty good. all in top health. It wasn't for the arbitrary up, that's been enough turns thing.
To work.
Clean up these last two. Oh no! No, no, no! Time travel! Time travel!
Goddess, have mercy.
This is
Goddess,
unacceptable!
goddess.
And what now, lady?
We must go to the headquarters.
Let us.
I am.
No, no, no! Why is it that they don't let you time travel on the last turn? Why? You literally have this ability that they built the game around. They built the game around it. Oh my gosh, they built the game around the fact you can time travel. When you have charges of it left, you should be able to use them. This is stupid. This is really stupid. It showed me two enemies. One of them would attack Ash, and one of them would attack her. It literally declared, this is what the enemy is going to do, and then the enemy changed its moves. You have time travel charges. The game is built around time travel charges. I'm a very let things fall where they may, you know, if people die, they're dead kind of thing, but this is stupid. I have time travel charges. So that I feel like I've been completely cheated. Anyway, I'll redo that fight off, I guess that's how I do it, right? Oh, don't update. I guess I'll redo that fight another time off camera, because you guys have already watched me go through it once. We'll just pick something easy to knock out. I feel really cheated that I can't time travel there. Anyway, up till now, I've always been able to trust those arrows.
Your
That's the first time
I've... with Acheron has proved most essential. Consider me. Thanks to you, the Alliance was able to nip this internal conflict.
Skip.
He is...
I'll just have to stop trusting the arrows. Alright, we'll hit a different one. God, that pisses me off. We'll just knock this out, then we can get to the main event.
And that is our...
But with so few knights, we'll... Ah, Professor!
Alois, you're not going to suggest...
I am, actually.
I do. We can't send them out on a knight's mission without Rhea's blessing.
I'm sure I can get the go-ahead. I'll just say the students have a new field training opportunity or something like that. Besides, we'll be there. We're not going to let them get killed by pirates.
Oh, I don't use the time trap. Yeah, well, yeah, it's just a battle mechanic.
There are pirates causing havoc in the port of Deirdre, at the center of House Regan's territory.
The Merchants Association sent a request via the Eastern Church.
Well, yeah, I understand that. That's because enemies get in each other's way. And if you kill the enemies, sometimes crits can cause problems. But, you know, that I understand. I accept that.
You haven't heard of the Eastern Church? I suppose it's
But one of them was literally like, I'm going to go attack Ash. And then it turned around and attacked her instead.
They don't have a standing army like we do. So, for incidents like this...
I imagine they want to contribute to make their presence known in the...
Be that as it may, we therefore...
You should have some experience dealing...
Alright.
The students have dealt with
The
pirates,
students have
so
never dealt
this
with
shouldn't be a
pirates.
problem
What are
for
you
them.
talking
Come
about?
with us, won't you? Think of it as...
We don't have time to...
I don't know if the arrows can be turned off. I haven't checked. There might be an option for that. It might be worth doing. I know that the Switch has been hacked. I wonder if anybody... I think somebody put Diablo on it. Doom will, of course, be on it. But I wonder if anyone has a hack for Fire Emblem 3 Houses just to let you use time travel on the last turn of combat. It's something you should be able to do. You really, really should be able to do. Anyway, let's just do this. Yeah.
Tremble before us!
Oh, boats.
We are the great navy of Elmira.
The Elmira Navy.
Huh? Sure, those look like Elmira ships, but I guarantee you they're just common pirates.
They're obviously bluffing. It seems to be working on the merchants. Shall we?
It's the knights! Please, save us! We'll reward you handsomely!
You know what's funny?
It would be a
There
disaster
used
if
to
they
be a
attacked
whole
our ship.
bunch of arrows
We've
in
got
XCOM. The newer XCOMs. Huh. Interesting. They had them all over the place, and they actually removed them late in development, not for gameplay reasons, but because of artistic reasons. They thought all of the arrows everywhere made the game look ugly. But apparently for most of their development, they did have arrows all over the place. There was a thing on it. No, you absolutely should be able to time travel at the end of combat. And you can time travel into the middle of the enemy's turn if you want. It's always... Oh, I can't open up the time travel thing right now because no turns have passed. But you can time travel into the enemy's turn and everything. Now, after the enemies have finished their final turn, before combat ends, if you hit this button, you should be able to just instantly turn time travel back on. Absolutely should. Or to put it another way, if you can only do it in your turn, well, once all the enemies are dead, it's your turn again. Combat is over. Okay. The flyers are the only issue I see here. There are a large number of enemies, no chests, no items. I mean, there's the gold and purple thingies. They're not essential, though. I can ignore them. Huh. Good at axe. Really good at axe. Warrior. luck rally? What? How do you rally someone's luck? I don't think I'd go out of my way to recruit him. Yeah. I don't understand how they didn't fix that.
Stay focused.
I really don't. Alright, so the question is... How did I end up with you? Oh shit, I didn't set my troops.
Naturally.
That's
oh,
my
I
cue.
didn't set her to dancer either. Well. I'm all frustrated right now.
I won't bend it. Let's begin.
Most of our gambits involve explosives in the back of wagons.
To work.
So they're gonna come flying in.
Let's get to it. Who, me?
Nuke the ranged.
I'm really sorry.
I always try to limit them to melee.
I got this.
Dead.
Sorry. Don't know my own
This
strength.
will be over quick, this fight. They're just too low level.
Takes care of that.
Oh, doggone it. Just sit. You're fine.
Ready and willing.
Forward. He'll probably be the guard against air.
Leave it to me.
Just him. He'll be enough. Nope. Crunch.
No hard feelings.
Vince does have a lot of hit points. Ooh. We actually reached her. Oh, they're getting reinforcements too. Defeat the enemy commander. Alright. It's a good place for her if they get inside. I could just shoot an arrow, but I'd rather jump up and somehow kill a flying unit with an axe. Because it's completely absurd. Darn it. Even with your sniper ability, nah, I can't keep them completely out. I don't know if there's an extra prize for not letting them in, but if there is, I can't get it.
Silenced.
You were wide open.
So close. guess we'll just go with this. I actually don't use my special moves very often anymore.
I know where I stand.
Okay. They should just pull up their gangplanks and get their ships out of here after seeing what's happened. Well. Warp in the middle of the enemy phase, but shit, I'm gonna have to go back all the way to the beginning.
I got this.
Let's get to it. I call that a win.
Just sit, it's fine.
Who, me?
Just back up.
Ready and willing.
Leave it to me.
To work. Are we done?
That's my cue. I've got many skills, you know.
Ready and able.
Oh.
I stand ready.
Stay focused.
It claims that you can withstand that arrow. I have my doubts.
On to the next fight.
It's different from the previous Fire Emblem. The previous Fire Emblem, everything was super tight with the design. Shit, everything is one-shotting me. They didn't do as many long-range objectives and things. I can't believe they can one-shot. They can really one-shot Leone? She's actually an incredibly tanky character. I cannot believe they're one-shotting her with melee. So the previous game was incredibly tight. You were never allowed a range higher than 3. You would keep your troops really close together. You generally avoid spreading them out like this. Most of the time, you'd keep everything together. Because there was no range more than 2, except rarely they could go 3, you would generally keep your troops much more tightly packed. You'd keep your front line, your back line, and so on. Healing was not renewable. So you would think hard before using a charge of healing because there was a limited number of healing items in the game. And the healing magic had a limited number of times you could use it in the game. So everything was incredibly tight. In this one, they want you to be much more loose. They want you to take risks. They want you to spread out. They want you to go for objectives. And then they gave you this safety net that they've built the game around this safety net. Now, I'm sure a master player could play the game and not use the time travel, but you'd have to have beaten the game probably at least once first. I'm also playing on hard, admittedly. But, They built the game around the fact that there's a time travel mechanic. So all the encounters and everything is balanced around its existence. So it's honestly, it's a completely different game. Tactically speaking, it bears no resemblance to the previous title. I don't even think about the weapon triangle very often. I mean, it's there, but it's not as big a deal as it used to be. It used to be a much greater thing. Like the percentages on it are down. Anyway, I cannot believe these guys can take out. Seriously. Okay, no, she's already injured. That's why. That's why she was brought down. Even so, I don't know what to do here. I don't honestly know what to do. Should I just pull back? I think I should just pull back and let them in the town. I was trying to not let them in the town at all, if possible. Now, he could tank.
I got this.
But I think what I need to do here is
ready and willing.
Get my archers ready.
Leave it to me.
To work.
With all these turn limits and everything else going on, yeah.
I won't go down so easily.
I think of, well, it's, I don't know. I'll make up my mind when I finished it.
Another one down.
See, I haven't played it in classic mode in the previous ones. I actually am a big fan of games like The Darkest Dungeon, where RNG, you know, things will go wrong suddenly. Things will go really, really wrong sometimes, and you have to cope with it. But this game is not built to be that. It's not made to be like that at all. So,
that is that.
I'm just gonna go under the bridge. We'll be safe. I can heal next
I stand
turn.
ready.
Yeah. And I do want to play more of the older Fire Emblems. At some point, I want to dig up the first game and kind of go through the series. Alright, here we go.
Ha ha ha! Smash up the houses and trash the shops! Swipe anything that's not nailed down!
If they attack the town, we won't even be able...
That's not good. The pirates...
Alright, let's see. Arrow. Didn't have as much impact as I thought, as I expected, but that's okay. Arrow.
I won. How do you like that?
Okay. Do they have any more flying units? I think yes. Alright. So go ahead, attack this guy. He doesn't mind, he can take it. It's not that I don't really care for his health one way or the other. It's that I have faith in his durability, yes. There's still a bridge coming from the ship over there I need to watch.
On to the next fight.
He swallows all my XP.
Try to keep up.
Oh! Are the summon units coming with the battalions too? Oh, that's one way to shut him down. Good grief, they're flooding us with enemies. Oh, is that flying enemies that are being summoned as well? Still need to heal her.
Enough of this nonsense.
Finding lots of gauntlets lying around. Valkyria Chronicles, I have it sitting in Steam. I haven't tried it yet. I took one look at it and went, oh yes, this is all my kind of thing. And then I haven't played it. I've been sitting on it. I forget which number I've got. Valkyria Chronicles, it's not the first one, I don't think.
Are we done?
Unless it is. Shit, I don't know. I have one of them. That's what a level up should look like. Right there.
Technique.
What's that little tiny boat doing there? All right. I don't know that Claude can handle this by himself. But I'm gonna need muscle if we're gonna push on. Question is, do I take Marianne or do I leave her? I've actually got 3 healers. I can probably safely leave her here. That's probably okay. If I get in the city and I don't leave someone behind, you know, there's no way I'll be able to get somebody to pull back. So I'm basically dividing my guys into 3 teams. Oh man, they're just pummeling him with these.
Another one down.
Yeah, I got that. I got that Warhammer Mechanist. I got oh, I got so many cool ones to try. And of course, I want to play a ton more XCOM. I've got a whole bunch of the mods and stuff. I want to do a training roulette long war game and all that still.
You were wide open.
You can just keep throwing javelins at people from horseback. Good, right where you are. Second force to take their commander can roll this way. Cavalry is great, but there's a lot of trouble with bushes. When we switch to flying cavalry, it'll be a little different. Unfortunately, many of the classes are just like, no, I can't ride a horse. Is there a reason the paladin can't ride a flying horse? Nope!
Don't waste it.
Can only use the non-winged variety. Is there a reason that a horse archer can't be on a griffin? Or a wyvern? or a manticore. Oh, I should just be glad that the Riven Riders don't all do poison to me.
The town is under attack.
Okay. We can one-shot him. Great! Should take a little target practice first. I'm not even using my skills again.
It's not luck, it's fate.
Side, there's a lot less resistance to cut through. I still need to play the wizardries more too, now that you mention it. Did they put one of those things out in the air where I can't get it? I don't like that. Throw a javelin at him.
You can't compete with me.
Wow.
Nobles must...
That doesn't make up for all your crappy levels. If you hadn't had so many bad rolls on past level... Oh my gosh. That's a lot. They're pulling back though and leaving themselves completely exposed. Okay, now that's a little dangerous. Should be okay. She can take an assault from them. As long as she doesn't kill one, get attacked again, kill that one, get attacked again, repeat.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. Luck, I think that's a crit. You can eat an arrow, I think. Now, if they have some nasty gambits that hit you repeatedly, that would be a problem. But, barring that, we should be fine. Okay, how do you do this? I think we're gonna go here and make a straight shot. Still grab and teleport someone as well. Did their commander just move?
Let's go.
Oh. Exactly what I didn't want.
I think not.
Predictable.
Boy, they just lined up all the archers. Just like, forget melee. You just do no damage. You just tried to punch Raph. You fool! That will never work.
Is that all?
You really should not get into a fist fight with this guy. He'll beat you down with his bare hands.
Strength in action.
That's the captain right there. We can end this next turn.
I'm good now.
That's a problem. I don't have a way to actually heal you.
I shouldn't strain myself.
Really? That's not good enough? There's not much else I can do. There's a death.
Out of my way! Magnificent.
Overkill.
Just like that.
Yeah, that seems about right. Do that.
May I help?
It's time.
Lock them down.
Should I have held back?
Awesome. Okay. So he has to survive a couple of hits. Eesh. There's just too many things. Shouldn't you guys be flying into town? I'm afraid to tempt fate by moving one of these guys forward. But maybe. Defenses aren't terrible, but there's that second one that could join in. Hold out! Oh, shit, it just flew in.
Don't waste it.
Ah, curses. We're gonna keep her locked down. I need to heal. We bought 3 healers and we don't have enough healing to go around. But the Gambit can't kill anyone you don't directly hit.
Predictable. Watch and learn.
Oh dear.
We are the Knights of Seros.
And he heals. Okay. Alright. It begins with... that I make 100% sure that dies.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
Group lightning will do it. Guess that's what we use.
We will lend a hand.
Those guys down there with it.
I won't go down so easily.
I can't gambit again. full heal. Oh.
The glory of...
Everything
There
is ready.
archers again.
A trivial victory.
Yeah, I can't finish them off with gambits. Yeah, their archers won't be able to shoot her because I've sealed their movement. This is safe.
Stay vigilant.
You don't have a healing item with you.
Thanks.
Okay. That's fine. I think I can extend the fight a little bit. I can afford to extend the fight a little if I'm careful.
This is our chance.
Taking aim. Sleep in the dirt.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
I'm stronger.
Missed.
Did you just punch her for one?
Silenced.
Big spiky lady fists aren't gonna do it.
Sleep in the dirt.
Personally, I think your fists would be better with one spike instead of three.
Is that all?
The brawlers do not have
Should I have
the
held back?
oomph. Their archers hurt me. Their griffins hit insanely hard. But their brawlers are nothing. That's not gonna work. Yep, do that.
You fought well.
Perfect. Got him.
All roses have thorns.
Naturally.
To work.
Alright, that one's floating. It's definitely within range. Alright, one more purple thing to grab, and then we end it.
Let's think carefully.
Actually, his counterattack will instantly murder you. But he's regenerating. Ha ha ha. Okay, let's see. No, he can't grab that. Alright, it's gotta be you. Ah, it was a training lance. Yeah, most of the time it's garbage.
That's my cue.
Good old steel.
You can't
Alright.
compete with me.
Every single one of your men is dead. Surprise! Arrows! You don't have any way to attack. Nope, no playing around. Just punch him. It's amazing that his fists hit harder than an axe.
I think I've gotten stronger.
No, you didn't. That was terrible.
Ugh, what a pain that guy was. If you're going to pose as an Almiran, at least fight like one.
Well, that's over with.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's $10,000. Max HP by 5. Oh, do I want to put it on somebody who's fragile so they don't get one-shotted anymore? Or do I want to put it on somebody who's durable and use them as frontline? I think I want to give it to Leone.
Thank you so much.
Good gracious, I didn't expect it to become such a large-scale
The game doesn't really do
It seems they
AoE,
caused the merchants
though you
unnecessary
do get
confusion by
gambits,
siding
which
themselves with
some of them
Almirans.
are. So yes, they are in the game, which they didn't exist in previous games at all, but they are heavily restricted.
We taught the pirates a lesson, though. I know this was more than you signed up for, but...
Thanks for your help. This can't be how you were expecting your day to go.
Patient and understanding. Just like Captain Gerald.
We take the reward from the Merchants Association.
Take it. We'll collect our reward from the Eastern. Besides, Alois could never keep it for himself.
We pride ourselves on our integrity.
In other words, he's a coward who would feel guilty and lose sleep over it. That's also one of his many merits.
Shamir, you don't mince words. Though it does seem like you've learned how to show a little respect.
Must have learned that from you.
I don't remember teaching you that. Anyway, Professor, keep the compensation. I'd say those merchants really needed your help. For all the buying and selling they do. You get it? Trading blows?
We have to prepare for our next mission.
Alright then. I think he said in something that he had a daughter or something. Alois, I mean. So of course he makes dad jokes. Here's a dad. Is he the only character who has kids in this entire game? Holy crap. We'll have to fix that. Oh, what do we got going on here?
The time has come for the annual ball. But first, an eve of merriment. Okay, I'll admit it, the Officers' Academy isn't as uptight as I thought.
Ooh, I adore such things. Dancing is the only thing I'm really good at anyway.
You're good at hitting
There's a
people
feast
with
tomorrow,
axes.
isn't there?
That's what you're really
Isn't
good
there?
at.
Oh, I can't wait a moment longer.
Dancing? Singing? I'm not good at either of those things. So, dancing is fun! Oh, and remember that you can't dance with the same partner multiple times.
No, ride a
It's
horse
tradition.
into the dance floor and dance using that. That's how you should do. Get practice in your horsemanship.
That means you have to dance with all of the gentlemen in all of the houses, swapping dance partners as you please.
I'm not convinced. It was literally my first comment looking at the game was, oh, those two aren't related. I'm pretty sure that the main character is adopted and that he's going to turn out to be something weird. He has green hair. Everybody with green hair is something weird. All of them. We saw one in a cutscene wielding a super sword. We've got the crazy green-haired lady in the main character's head, which alone, you know, the main character's got green hair and he's got all kinds of weird stuff going on with him. And then there's the little girl, the sister of Seteth. I think her name's Fane. She's really old. She's really old. I don't know exactly what's going on, but there's tons of weird hints that are all over the place that she's really old. And it's like, oh, okay. And then there's Seteth, and I don't know. Seteth seems normal enough, but who knows? So, green hair means unnatural or something. I don't know what it means.
How scandalous. I, for one, plan to simply behold the pure essence of dance. I'll, watch from a distance. You can't just watch, Marianne. If a boy asks you to dance, you simply must accept. It's only polite.
You can ask anyone to dance?
His hair's greenish. I can't rotate the camera, but you can see it there. It's not blue. You can see Lorenz's hair is blue. And Ignat's is weird because his hair looks kind of like it's a light green in the in-game sprite, but when you look at the portrait, it's actually more of a yellow, blonde, brown kind of thing going. His is hard to describe the color of. I don't know. So I think the portrait color is more correct. But the main character, it's a shade of blue-green of some kind. Not teal exactly. So. Anyway.
Oh, lucky you, Ignatz. Tomorrow, if only for a day, you may live out your dearest dreams of an exalted existence. As for me, I am surely to be overwhelmed with the propositions of desperate ladies.
You're going to be standing around alone waiting the entire time.
Which one of you is dreaming now, Lawrence?
From the supports,
Everyone,
he's
listen up.
weirded
No
out just
one's
about all the
surprised.
girls,
I have a
apparently.
brilliant idea. Teach, you'll want in on this too. This may sound impetuous, perhaps irresponsible, almost certainly impossible. But we're gonna do it anyway. In exactly 5 years' time, let's promise to meet again, right here at the monastery.
Yeah, most of you won't turn up. You're nobles.
A reunion. There's usually food at reunions. Count me in, Claude.
5 years from now.
Oh, okay, that might be an event that they can break, that they can attend.
1,000 years since the founding of Garreg Mach.
I hear the Millennium Festival will be the largest celebration in the monastery's
Hey,
history.
the Millennium Fair.
Oh, I get it. It'll be easier for us to all.
And we're in a time travel story, sort of.
How true. As the leader of the Alliance, I will certainly have occasion to attend and pay my respects to Lady Rhea.
That almost certainly will not transpire.
And you, Teach? I guess it's hard to
If
imagine
we meet a
that you'll
frog
still be
knight, it'll
teaching
be
here
enough
5
evidence
years
to
from now.
confirm.
But I'm sure no matter where you end up, you'll come running at the chance to see your adorable little golden deer again, right? That was your cue to promise everyone you'll return. Go on.
I'm already excited. Oh, please, Professor, invite Captain Gerald too. I want to show him how well his apprentice turns out. It's settled then. What do you say, Claude? Is it official?
The promise is sealed. That
What do you
means
mean
we're
it's
all
sealed?
obligated to keep it. 5 years from today,
Only one
all of
person
us
has
will meet
definitely
again at the
promised.
monastery. Don't forget it, Teach. You and I will meet here again.
Alright, well, whatever then. Moving on. Okay. So. Oh, a cutscene. a second I thought there was no animation budget and it was just going to be stills. Okay. Are the two house leaders of the Black Eagles and Blue Lions, are they into each other? I don't know. I don't know much about them.
Running away? I understand. You hardly had the time to breathe in there. It must be hard to be the favorite teacher at the ball. So you do think you're the favorite? I might have known.
Well, it's fairly
Where
obvious.
is there to run? This place is filled with joyful students looking for a dance.
Pretty much everyone in the game has said something along the lines of, "You're so awesome."
I see.
I mean,
The Goddess Tower waits for you.
maybe at the very end, when we become really high level, we use your time travel to go back and beat the shit out of everyone. And that's why they're all like, "Holy crap, it's that guy! He's amazing!" Oops, shit. I wanted to get the big battle. I wanted to. I think that one thing cost us. I'm gonna have to start getting ready for work now.
Hey, Professor. You all alone here?
Alright.
I mean, you're not waiting
Curses,
for
I
anyone or
wanted the-
anything, are you?
I like to do a big fight each day, you know?
Liar. I saw Lady Rhea just moments ago. She was in the reception hall.
Anyway, I saw you heading to the tower, so I thought I'd drop by. I figured you might be lonely. Hey, don't make it weird. By the way, have you heard the legend about this
The
place?
tower?
They say
Yeah, there's
a
been
guy
like
and a
3 or
girl make a
4
promise
random
together.
NPCs who
Goddess
blurted
will
out
make
how
sure it's
awesome the tower was and how you could make wishes at it as couples.
It's a pretty well-known legend. Thing is, the way the story goes, it doesn't work all the time. It has to be the night of the ball. Tonight. So, since it's just you and me here, you say we give it a go. I mean, I don't know if the goddess will really take the time for a pair like us, but it's worth a try.
I mean, she's in my head, so I mean, you can just talk to her, you know?
Well, you know, let's make some kind of promise. We've got the chance, it'd be a shame to waste it.
Okay,
not
let's
something
wish for
romantic,
100 points of
that'd be weird.
strength.
We could promise I'll become a top-tier mercenary. Though, I guess that's more of a wish. Let's see... Okay, I've got it. I solemnly swear to meet you once more on this very
Didn't
ground
we already...
as a mercenary beyond
Okay,
compare.
well, that's a little different.
Oh, but that was all about me. No fair. You probably have something you want to promise, too.
Okay.
You really do take after Captain Gerald. Always putting others first. All right then, Goddess. You heard the promise. It's a done deal. Say, Professor, why did you come out here anyway? Ah, well, it is pretty crowded down there. I guess I shouldn't have interrupted. I'll leave you to it. But don't stay out here too long, all right? You'll catch a cold.
Okay.
It seems that everyone is having a delightful time.
It's just like they always give you these where it's like, no, there's no choice. It's the same thing.
How dull of you. Had I a body of my own? Oh, I would sing and dance until I fell upon the ground. But you... do as you will. Ah, you're not the only one who feels that way. Look over there. I'm bored beyond compare. Will you not follow
She's
her?
probably gonna go hang out with people of ill repute and summon demons or something.
Oh, come on, hurry up. I know that you are curious to see what she is up to. I hear someone singing from over there.
Oh, whoop, back to stills.
That song. I feel that I have heard it in the past.
The past or the future?
Actually, it is
Never
now that
trust
I
someone
have
who
heard
manipulates
it.
time
Did
to
I
keep
once
that
sing
kind of
that
shit
song
straight.
to someone? No, there's more. I wrote this song. Oh, but if that were true, then how could she be singing it? No. I am suddenly so exhausted. As are you, no doubt? Quickly then.
Boy, that's a
to bed with
180.
you.
I heard a song. Well, that's enough for today. That's all I can handle. There's the battle, and we can't do it. I wanna. Alright, well, I can mess around with other things for a minute. Okay, certification time. Marianne. Be a pal. We've got enough healers at this moment, but man, I hate giving up the healing magic, even if it's temporary. Good grief! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, 6 strength! All of a sudden, she has impact! The hit points are nice, too. Yeah, you can go into that for a while. Well, we'll swap you back and forth. Eventually, you'll master both. So she's got a long way to go to get into the other classes. No. I meant one more down. Okay. She's pretty much got Holy Knight pegged. She can muck around with any other class she wants. Just spending a little time as a paladin will get her that riding. And yeah, she can do whatever she wants after that. Yeah, that is awesome. Okay, let's see what else we want to do. Let's see, so... yeah, you're fine. You need to work. I really could just make you a dark mage. Actually, you're not even a guarantee that you'd make it. You can use a dark seal. Probably better to hold it until you can become a warlock. Wait, where's the... is there no dark class there on that level? Huh. I only seem to have access to the one dark class. I thought there was a Death Knight or something. I could have sworn... oh, here's a Dark Knight. Okay. It uses a Master Seal for some reason instead of a Dark Seal. For whatever reason. Anyway, alright, well, I guess the Dark Seals only do the one class. Must have something interesting in it as an ability or something. Okay. Yeah, I don't have to rush you into Warlockness just yet. You can keep mastering what you're in. Yeah, Hilda's doing that right now. Okay, Leonie, you didn't quite reach level 20, which is unfortunate because you've got a 100% chance of palading if you'd only gained that level. I could try to stuff you in a different class. Heavy armor wouldn't be amiss. It would help you get towards the Fortress Knight. So it's actually worth thinking about. This is what you want to be in the end. Which is annoying that it doesn't use the lance at all. But it's not like you're going to qualify for any of the others. So I somehow have to get you into axe and heavy armor, one way or the other. So it's actually... You still need more riding skill as well. Honestly, Leone, I think it would be... I don't know. Can I just skip to Fortress Knight? Can I get your axe and heavy armor up? Just do training, perhaps? Because I really like her as a cavalry. She is really useful to me right now in her current state. Okay, you should have been a dancer last fight. That was a mistake on my part. But you've already mastered it, so I have to change that elsewhere. Yeah, sure, why not? Let the kid play on a flying mount.
I have succeeded.
Sure. I still have no real plans to use her. You qualify for a lot of different things. Because she's already mastered her current class, but honestly, I don't want her in any other classes. She'd lose her range. Temporarily made him a brigand. He's got a ways to grow. He's level 19. He needs one more level, and then he can start qualifying. Ugh. Boy, he needs a lot of bow skill. His skills were just kind of low across the board when I got him. But aptitude. He has aptitude. I love that plus 20 aim. I love the archer's plus 20 hit. It's the best skill. I just love it. I don't believe it will. I don't believe Leone would get an armor bonus from this. I believe she would get an armor bonus from Fortress Knight, but her defense is actually really good. I have 3 intermediate seals. Let's see. Oh, hey, it worked. It always seems to work.
All that hard work?
Yeah, nah. I'd really rather keep you as a cap. But you know what? It'll get your armor and we'll build up your armor and your axe. If I can get her into Fortress Knight. Because she's already got Paladin down. If I can get her into Fortress Knight, that's really what she needs. That will get her the skill set to become a great knight. That's literally the exact skill set she'll need. So, I guess she can spend a few fights like that. Oh, really? Okay. The dark class unlocks another dark class. Yeah. Well, it has to do with how they roll the dice. See, this is something interesting. They roll the dice twice and average it. So when it says 90% accuracy, it really means more like 99% accuracy. I don't know. I'd have to do the math for a minute. I think, what is it, 95%? No, more than that. Is it 90? Yeah, 90% is 99%. 80% is, closer to 90. Not quite. But yeah, the accuracy is much higher than it says. Unless you're below 50%, then they only roll once. So. I always forget to do this. Let me look at you again. So his faith has gotten even better now. His class XP is going along just fine. Right? There have to be more classes than this. 7 master classes seem too few. They have to be holding out on me. Huh. Well, I gotta start getting ready for work. Tomorrow we can have that big fight. I don't remember where it was from one of the game design talks. They talk about the game design of different games. You can look it up, or you could just get yourself an 80 accuracy attack in Fire Emblem, swing it 20 times. You've got saving, loading, and time travel, you can do it. And then play XCOM and try shooting 20 times with an 80% accuracy and tell me which one misses more often. It had to do with, it was a talk about random. It was a video, I believe it was a game design video on random chances, and they talked about a bunch of different games and how they did it. And players always feel like if you tell them there's a 90% chance, and then it misses 10% of the time, they always feel like the game is terribly unfair and that it's not telling you the truth. And this is a perception that's super common among a huge swath of players. And so a lot of games find different ways to fudge the random numbers, to make them say one thing and do something slightly different. There's a bunch of creative ways, and I remembered Fire Emblems, and I'm pretty sure XCOM just gives you the naked numbers and just says, if it says 80%, it means 80%. And in XCOM, we're always angry because we're missing like 98% shots, because it happens sometimes. And it ruins your day, and everything goes wrong because you missed. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I can ever find that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to find that particular video because I don't remember what it was. I watch a ton of stuff on game design. I've seen so much over the years. I want to say it might have been Game Maker's Toolkit, but then again, it might not have been. So. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go. So, until next time and every time. There we go, found it. This is Hadriex signing